stones and half a pound. The referee for this contest, Mr. Roy Francis. The timekeeper, Mr. Peter McCann.
So the second fight in the new Honeyghan career at light middleweight. After that win against Mario Almeida, it's now John Welters who stands in the way of Honeyghan. If he's going to make an impact on the world stage again, he has to come through this fight convincingly. Welters coming here with no great pedigree outside his own country, but he has an impressive record of 24 wins in 27 fights. Out comes Honeyghan to answer his critics and to dispel any lingering doubts about his capability of coming back into top-class boxing. So it's a fascinating contest, this. Crowd hushed to watch the performance of the former world champion.
Lloyd definitely has to look good tonight to re-establish that, you know, his old performance. You know, I didn't personally see his last fight, but I heard it was quite low power. He has to look impressive tonight.
Well, he's had some time to settle into this new weight. Determined opening there, hitting Welters with both hands. John Welters has shown his ability to win the fights inside the distance. He stopped 15 of his opponents out of his 27 fights. 29 years old now. Turned pro very late in 1986. And one of his only 3 defeats came in his opening fight. Welters pinned in a corner. The question which has to be answered is the level at which Welters has fought to date. Nothing to suggest that he's met a man of Honeyghan's pedigree.
Lloyd seems very apprehensive.
Good right hand there from Honeyghan, though. Well, Honeyghan coming forward there. 2 hands and slipping over in his anxiety to get to his man. That was a feature of his comeback fight against Almeida.
Lloyd Honeyghan's punches are ridiculously wide. I think it'd be more effective if he throws it straight back.
Well, that's a good right hand over the top. And Welters goes down, and it looks as though he may struggle to get back up. Referee Roy Francis looking closely at him. He's on his feet, but clearly in distress, and too much so for the referee. The fight is over. Inside the first round, a fine right hand over the top from Lloyd Honeyghan. It's a disappointment, really, for the crowd here at Basildon. For Honeyghan, you can ask no more of him than to come out with a convincing victory. He's done just that, facing the battery of photographers now, and John Welters finding that his first trip out of the United States to fight results in the quickest of ends. So Roy Francis raises Honeyghan's hand. Here's Mike Shinfield.
After 2 minutes and 6 seconds of round 1, ladies and gentlemen, with Welters not in a position to continue, the referee has stopped the contest. The winner, ladies and gentlemen, Lloyd Honeyghan.
Well, I think that leaves as many questions unanswered as he's answered tonight. He certainly did everything he could have been expected to do, but he won't yet have convinced his critics that he's back on the rails. But it really was a fine right hand which ended the fight. Welters clearly looked unable to continue as referee Roy Francis looked into his eyes. So what's your impression of that, Michael?
Well, Lloyd did what he was expected to do, to go out there and win the fight in the best way he could. He went up against a lot, and you know, Lloyd seems to me with this performance, you know, he definitely seems a shadow of himself, and it's unfortunate.